everyone, welcome back to the farm. Today we are going to be chickening at the chicken coop. So, I just want to tell you, I have not always had a good relationship with chickens. I don't know about you, but I remember quite a few years ago my grandma came to visit and I was living in California and we were just all talking about how cute ducks were, and my grandma said, I think chickens are cute too. And we all just went, chickens aren't cute. Maybe when they're babies, they're cute. And then chickens have just become so popular. I still kind of like to buy my eggs at the store, but I know a lot of people have chickens and really love the convenience, and they become family pets as well. So anyway, today we're going to be having some fun with the chickens. And these are chickens even I get along with. So today we are going to be using our card cutout number 80. Now I have to tell you, look how cute those chickens are. Not quite like your average chicken. And I was having so much fun creating these chickens. I sent a text to our little family group, and my daughter, her husband, his family has a few chickens, and he texted back, and they live kind of in a small town, and he texted back and said, City Chickens. I'm like, that's exactly right. We have some city chickens. So let's have some fun with our chickens. We have our card cut out number 80, and we have several things here. But I'll tell you, I started having so much fun with the sayings that go with chickens. I'll tell you, this one says, feeling cooped up, best of cluck, just chicken in, and we're going to be using that one today. And then we also have our Great Frizz Fresh Gesso and another new envelope. This is a reversible again. And inside it has our wildflower pattern, which coordinates very cute with this little chicken here. So, and then our envelope wrap with our purple watercolor dots. So anyway, let's get going. Okay, so let's get our card. So we can be working on that. And I have gone ahead and cut out most of our pieces. Well, actually, all of the pieces that we need for this little just chicken in card. But I did want to show you another scissor little tip. Yesterday we talked about you don't ever want to cut clear back into the throat of your scissors. And the other thing is you really don't want to cut clear to this outside edge as well. And as we talked about, you always want to turn your paper and not your scissors. But when there's little details like this to cut in, I always come back and do that afterwards. So I just want to show you a little secret that makes it a little bit easier. So again, I'm not going to cut in the detail of those claws. I don't know if city chickens have claws or feet. I think maybe they're just feet. So I'm just cutting out loosely around them. And now this is the one time that I do use the point of my scissors. And this is maybe more of what you would call you're just snipping. And so then I just snip in and cut that little detail there. Do you see how and I'll just do it on the other one. And I'm just really just snipping. And I am using the end of my scissor. But this really is the only time I do that. But you can see how it just gives a little more detail. And I would come back and do it on his little tail feathers as well. So, okay. Let's get to our chicken. Okay, I really like to use a paper trimmer for cutting my paper in half, and I really like one that has this extendable arm so I can do my measurements a little bit larger than just the narrow size. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to cut 5.5 inches, which is a half a sheet of paper. I'll just set my trimmer aside, and then I'm just going to fold my card in half. And this is our Great Fizz Fresh Gesso. I love the texture. Anyway, so I've got the card all ready. So very simple. And now we're just going to start placing our things on the card. Oh, on this chicken, both of these chickens are a little fancy. They have a little area. I have their wings done separately. So I'm just getting a little bit of mounting tape for us. So you can see these are the wings that are cut out. And of course you could put them how you want, but I think I like this one on this little turquoise chicken. So there's more of a contrast, and then this little vintage lilac watercolor dots there. So I like how this gives a little more definition, a little more dimension to our little chickens. So we have our chickens ready. And I like it when part of your card, part of your embellishments or items come off the edge of the paper. But if you're milling something, that is not always a good idea. Now, a couple of things you might notice here. Oops, scoot this out of the way. When I was building this card originally, I felt like this house was too tall for the design I was going for. So I actually just trimmed off, I don't remember if I trimmed off one or two of the little boards down there. I think just one. And then I realized that I wanted to have something that was a little more defining of my space. And so I used my lei pen and just did a border. And I'm going to show you a secret. So the first thing we'll do is we'll just adhere this in place. I'm going to take this little, if I can, nope, I can't. So I'm just going to use my double-sided tape and mount this in about the position that I would like. And now I just took my lei pen. Now you could use any fine marker that you have. And I just drew a border about 1/4 of an inch, 1/3 of an inch all the way in. It doesn't really matter the distance, just that you're somewhat consistent. And, you know, my hand is not always as steady as I would like. And so a little trick that I have learned, and I like the effect and the look of it too, is I will outline something twice. So it just kind of gives a little more of a whimsical nature, and nothing has to be perfect, but yet it looks like that's exactly what you meant for it to be. But it just allows a little more freedom, so we're not so worried about everything being just perfect. Okay, so we're going to then add our little chicken here. First, maybe we should add the sign. Now we can do the just chicken in as we had on the original sample, or we could do best of cluck or feeling cooped up. I think during this pandemic we're all feeling a little cooped up, but I'm going to go ahead and just use the just chicken in because we need to be doing that as well during this time. And I'm going to use my mounting tape so there is just a little more definition. A little more dimension to my card. And I'm going to have it overlap this border too. I think that adds a nice touch. Then we'll just have this chicken sitting right on top here. Now, if you are going to be putting this into an envelope, I'll show you a trick that I think is really cute and is a fun effect as well. So like I didn't feel like there was quite enough room to put both the chickens on. So what I did is I took this chicken here and I folded it back, and so it tucked onto the inside of my card. So you can see here, when I open the card, here is his cute little tail feathers and a foot. I think that is just a cute finishing touch for the inside of your card as well. And then on the back, you could do the same thing, just wrapping the tail feathers around so you have your cute little tail feathers showing up on the back. But as I was doing this card, I thought it was really cute, but then I got thinking about our lengthy notes, and I don't know if you have had much time to play with our lengthy notes, but I just felt like these chickens would be so cute in this little chicken coop. But look how cute. Maybe we put it over a little closer on this side and just use one chicken. So you could just use just chicken in, or you might even try the feeling cooped up. Seems like that is happening a lot lately with this pandemic going on. But I am so glad that we can get together and at least make cards. So, but look how cute that would be with this, the purple envelope, the lilac envelope. I just think that is so cute. Oh, but I do have to show you the envelope that goes with this Just Chicken In card. Look how cute that lining is to match that little chicken. I just think that is so cute. I love how it goes together. So, we are having a great time in the chicken coop. I hope you have enjoyed this chicken card. Let's get to the next one. Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying day 2 of our camp. It is so fun and having so much fun with the chickens. So we have another set of chickens here for this card. Let me just grab it here. Whoops. So I love this card. We're going to talk a little bit more about it, but I'm going to go through the supplies first. So we have our card cut out, number 79. I already cut this one out, so we'll see that in a minute. It's just this little black one here. We have a new envelope. It has the same buffalo plaid with the watercolor dots, but on the inside it has our pink geranium watercolor dots. And look how cute that goes with this card. You open it up, how fun that is. And then we have our envelope wrapper, and this coordinates with this little chicken here with his, I love the blooms paper. And then we are using our happy birthday sea foam as the base of our card. I think it is so fun to use the birthday papers because you're able to say happy birthday without it being so big. You can actually do other things on the card and get the message across of happy birthday, but say something else. And I love what this says on this little card cutout. You could say, dare to be different. I don't think that's as fitting for a happy birthday, but it would go darling on any other card you're sending. But I love this one. And it says, you're still a spring chicken. So I think that is so funny. So I've gone ahead and I've got things cut out for us. Let me just grab those pieces. So I've got our little chickens cut out. I'm not going to use those pieces, so I'm just going to move them off for right now. I want to make sure my card facing the right direction. So I've gone ahead and I cut my full sheet of paper in half, and then I have folded it in half, and then I have my little coop all cut out. I have my 2 little chickens cut out, and then the little banner. But this one, I thought it would be fun to ink it, just give a little more rustic look. And so I've used our daubers by Tim Holtz, and this time I've just used old paper, And again, just like we did yesterday, you can just start on the edges, just kind of a circular motion. You want to make sure you do it on the outside edge or on another paper, that you're not putting it on your mat, because you don't want to have that accidentally get on another paper that you're working with. So you can see how we're just kind of softening the brightness, just kind of giving it a little bit of an aged look. And of course you could do the back as well. And I'm going to do the same thing with my little coop. And it's best if you hold here, because if you just notice what I did, I started to come back this way and I started to bend the paper. So it's always best to pull away from where you're holding, and then you'll do your chickens as well. And you'll want to make sure that you pull away from the feathers or those little delicate pieces, because you don't want to accidentally break those or pull them off. So I'm just adding a little bit of that inking there. Now, if you wanted, you can also take your ink pad and just lightly brush around the edges. And this will just actually define the edges just a little bit more as well. So I would think you probably want to do the back as well, but I am just doing the front just for our time's sake right now. And then you want to remember to use the little snipping technique that we talked about in our first card today, and just to get the little detail of his feet. I'm going to go ahead and tape this card down, or tape this coop down. And I didn't use mounting tape on it, but you certainly could. And then if you notice, I have the chickens and then the little saying sitting on top of the chickens. And I think I do want to use mounting tape for my chickens, so I'm just going to grab a couple of pieces. Now, if you wanted, you could actually put one of the chickens inside, and this little saying, this other little saying that's on one of the chickens, it's like, that's something to crow about. So you could even stick that inside here, and how cute is that? So you can see how you can personalize your card using all of our different pieces from our card cutouts. But we're just going to go ahead and stick this on the outside. Oh, I was looking for my mounting tape and I already put it on. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick that one on. And then I love the little saying, you're still a spring chicken. And again, sometimes I like to just bend it a little bit, just curl it, just to give a little dimension and then not put it quite flat. So you can see how quick and easy we made this card. And then when you add that cute envelope to it, look how cute they go together. It makes such a quick and easy card. I think you'll really enjoy all of our city chickens. Okay, for card number 3. Actually, it's a tag. So for project number 3 at the coop, we're going to work on a little chicken tag. I think this tag is so cute. But before we get started on it, I just wanted to show you the envelope wrap, and just in case you haven't seen them yet. But I want to remind you, go back and watch week 1 off to Paris if you didn't watch it, because there's a lot of tips about making the envelopes, how to use our envelope folding guide, and more information about our little envelope wraps. So it is so easy. They are printed on adhesive paper, and I'm just going to, okay, so the envelope is facing you, and so what I like to do is just go ahead and kind of position my envelope so it's square, and it's kind of about halfway distance between there. And then I go ahead and fold it. And then I will take off half of the sticker paper. And I'm going to go ahead and position the fold the way I want it. And then I will just press down. And then I will take off the second half of the label, and that'll wrap around the back. And this is the perfect place for you to write your return address. And of course you can address your envelope here, but look how cute those patterns are together. I just love it. And you know, it is so fun to get something in the mail with such a cute envelope, or just any card with such a cute envelope. I think it just really makes a difference. Okay, so our little chicken tag. I don't know if you could read what it said, but I think the Chick-fil-A billboards are so funny, and I just get a kick of those cows telling everybody to eat more chicken. And so that's kind of what got me thinking. So this little tag says, chicken soup isn't all it's cracked up to be. So this is the perfect tag. If someone isn't feeling well, or you just want to take a little thought, you could stick it on a little box of chocolates or cookies, because chicken soup isn't what it's cracked up to be. So I have our pieces that we need for this. It is our card cutout number 78, our Holly Dots Red Wagon Reverse Baby Dots. That's a mouthful. I just love these dots. They're just irregular and just make it a little more whimsical. I think that's fun. And then I love our new wooden farmhouse tags. And this, whoa! Big breeze just blew up, I think. Anyway, these tags are new in this week 2 of our summer camp. But I think these tags, we're going to have so much fun making and using those with all kinds of things. Can you see cute flowers on them? Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun with those wooden tags. But today we're just going to focus on the chicken. So I've got everything cut out. And I've got my little tag here. And then I have a little strip. Now you wouldn't have to create or use this little strip. It is 1/2 by 2 inches. But I think it's kind of fun to put it on your tag to hold your string of your tag versus punching a hole. And what you can do, so you could either glue that like that, or I think it is fun to use a stapler and just staple it as well. Sometimes I'll do 2 staples just to give it a little more of a whimsical look. And then these tags are perfect way to use your little scraps that you may have left from your card cutouts. And so you can see we have just created the little holder for our string for our tag. I'm going to go ahead and adhere our little chicken. We're going to add our little saying. Don't you think that's so funny? Chicken soup isn't all it's cracked up to be. That just made me laugh. I couldn't quit laughing. I was having a lot of fun coming up with all these little chicken sayings. I hope they make you laugh too. Now, of course, you could use any kind of mounting tape or pop dots. There's all sorts of ways to just add a little more dimension. But I think it is such a good way to add that dimension to your card, so you can see how quick and easy that is. So I hope you have had fun at the coop with us today. I hope you're having fun making all of your cards. So glad to see you, and I can't wait to meet you at the veggie patch tomorrow. So we'll go down to the vegetable garden and we're going to work from there. Happy camping!